How's it going, guys? We're here to talk about some Bitcoins today, as usual. And as you can see, we're just going to go right into the weekly chart here. You can see that we completed a 9-week of downtrending, a full 9 weeks, and that we are on a new week and will likely expect a reversal period of 4 weeks of positive price action. So as with this indicator, whenever you complete 9 weeks, you can usually expect to see a reversal period of 4 weeks. So that's what we're hoping for. But before anyone's hopes gets up, I want to take a look in the monthly chart and remind everyone that we are only on a month 5 of a probable 9 of downtrending, because we still have this to look at. We have these three simultaneous 9-month periods of nothing but just exponential growth in Bitcoin. So we are going to see some more downward price action. I do expect to see this complete as a 9-month down period, and you can possibly include these two candles into that. So even if this is considered a month 7, we can still expect to see another 3 to 4 months of downward price action to get us out of this bear market. In my opinion, the only thing that would likely get us out of this bear market earlier than that would be such big news such as the Bitcoin ETF being approved on August 10th. I really think a big shocking news like that may possibly get us out of this bear market early. But other than that, because as we've seen before, even with Bitcoin and Ethereum being labeled as not being securities, that barely budged the price in anything. So something as big as a Bitcoin ETF may get us out of this bear market, but even then, it's possible that it might not, because just look at the volume we've been seeing over the past few months. It's just been going down. So the markets are pretty quiet right now. We are expecting to see that those next few months of a downward period still play out. But anyways, let's go back into the daily chart, because we have a lot to talk about with what happened earlier today. Earlier today, we saw a decent price increase from about 6,300 to just short of 6,800, and it appears that we got stopped at this moving average right here. As you remember me mentioning before, the price has kind of been getting squeezed between these two moving averages for the past 2 weeks or so. And earlier last week, we saw this price break out on the negative side of this moving averages and go down a little bit. But now we are seeing that a possible breakout on the other side of this moving average. Only time will tell. The next day or two, if we do actually break out from this moving average and move on upwards in price up to the 7,000 range. So let's talk about the volume that we saw whenever we saw this price increase, in price earlier today. So we see this, it's a decent amount of volume, and it all occurred in one 4-hour period, whenever the price went from roughly 6,350 to just short of 6,700 actually. So we look back, and the last time we saw an amount of volume like this was back here, back in the beginning of this month, July 2nd, whenever we had the other part of this shoulder being formed actually. And so it's a decent amount of volume for what we've been experiencing lately, but by far not enough volume to get us out of this bear market. But I do want to go back to the daily chart and look at this bullish pattern that we've been forming. You can see we have been forming an inverted head and shoulders here over the past month and a half or so. So we can see one shoulder formed here, and then the head right here, and then the other shoulder forming here, and then here we're seeing the close of that formation, and are expecting to see a breakout on the upper side. Now, we have not seen a breakout yet. I would not consider anything a breakout unless we break above the 7,000 level, and that we have not been able to touch in the past few months. We haven't even been able to get past the 6,800 level. So tomorrow or the next day, if we actually break past the 6,800 level to possibly 6,850, 6,900, then that could be a good indicator also of a breakout. But even if this pattern does play out as a bullish formation, I do not expect much from it. We have a price range from, let's see, 5,800 to 6,600, about an $800 increase in price that we can expect on a good day from this bullish pattern. So the fact that we're in a bear market makes me expect less of that, and I really doubt that we would expect to see even a break past 7,500 within the next week or so. But remember that we do likely have another 4 weeks of solid upwards price action from the earlier signals that I posted. So we can look forward to a bit more positive price action. But will we break above these 7,000 or even 8,000 range? It's kind of unlikely, and I really doubt that we will get as high as to contend with this moving average up here. So that's about it that I wanted to talk about with this price, with this graph. Let me try and think if there's anything else I want to say. I think that's it. Well, I just also want to talk about something that I was discussing earlier in a Telegram group that I'm in about the kind of the future of all of these new coins and of all of these ICOs that have been being made recently in this bear market. So, and you guys can also think about this, and if you have any kind of discussion, you want to open up a discussion, feel free to discuss in the comments of this video. So my thoughts are, what is going to happen with all of these new ICOs and these relatively new coins that have basically come to existence when Bitcoin was at an all-time high? If the price of Bitcoin breaks below 3,000, or possibly even sees levels of 1,000 before, even breaking below 1,000 or so. So the fact that we had so many coins come out whenever Bitcoin was around 20,000, what is going to happen to the economy, to all of those coins and all of these projects that were being made whenever we see a price reduction of over 90%, guys, from Bitcoin at its all-time high to, if it breaks below 3,000, if it breaks below 1,200, what's going to happen to all these shit coins? My thoughts, at least, I think that we're going to see most of these shit coins just die. They're all just going to go bankrupt because all of their money's just gone. They're not going to have enough funding to continue their projects now that the price has gone down so much in this bear market, and all these new coin prices are going to be drastically below ICO prices, below the price that they were in ICO. So I think that's one thing to kind of consider and be cautious about if you are in the ICO investing space and you are looking to invest in even newer coins that not much is known about, that don't have a solid working case. So do your own research, of course. Just make sure that coins like that have a solid future, because these bear markets like this are what's really gonna make or break many of these newer coins. If there is not a solid use case for these coins, if they're not well developed already, when Bitcoin, I want to say if Bitcoin, but it's most likely going to be when Bitcoin continues to plummet and sees prices below 3,000, 2,000, 1,000, these lesser known and lesser developed coins, they're just going to die. They're going to go bankrupt. Everyone's going to lose their fucking money. Everyone's going to cry, and it's just going to be blood in the streets, more chaos. So on that positive note, I guess I'm just going to end this video. But before anyone commits suicide on that note, I just want to remind everyone that we do have the next month, possibly till mid-August, to look forward to at least some upward price action, as I have mentioned here before completing this 9. So hopefully everyone enjoys this video. If you enjoy it, please share it. If there's anything else you would like me to discuss in these videos, leave it in the comments. Subscribe, kiss your screen, all the good stuff. Alright guys, have a good one. Talk to you later whenever there's more news to talk about in this field. Peace out. Bye.